When I first started this channel, all I had was an iPhone 7. Now, I knew I wanted to make videos, so I just took the plunge and I was doing all of the filming, editing, uploading, and thumbnail design right from that phone. In my channel, I've talked about how you can optimize your videos in order to get more views. And while those tips certainly do work, there is another thing that is 100% in your control, because the fact of the matter is that you can spend hours and hours optimizing your videos for more views, but if your thumbnail does not grab people's attention, they are not going to click on that video and you are not going to get the views that you want. Today's video is a tools video, so we're going to be looking at tools that you can use on your phone 100% free in order to create thumbnails that will grab people's attention. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Nessa and this is the Project Girl Boss channel. Now in this channel, I like to share with you all the tips, tricks, and tools that content creators and entrepreneurs can use in order to boss up and change their life. First things first, you have to have the tools. So we're gonna be using Picsart for our thumbnail design and Fonto to add text to the thumbnail. Both of these are completely free. I know that Picsart has in-app purchases, but we're gonna be able to do everything with the free version. Second thing you need is the image that you wanna use for your thumbnail, so make sure that is on your phone. What I'm actually gonna do now is I'm gonna take you into my phone and show you how you can design an amazing looking thumbnail that you can use for your YouTube video to make sure that you catch people's attention. Let's go.
So we're going to go into Picsart and scroll down to the drawing section and select the option that says pick canvas. You want to use 1920 by 1080, which is the standard thumbnail size. Load the image that you want to use and resize it so that it fits into the canvas. Click the arrow at the top right hand and then edit image to be taken to the Picsart editor. In the editor, select the cutout option and then person so that we can go ahead and remove the background. If you find that it removes more than the background, just go over the areas that you don't want erased. Click preview to remove the background and fine-tune the image. Zoom into the picture so that you can go ahead and clean up your edges. You want to use the eraser tool and you want to bring the brush size down so it's not so big, and then go over the edges that the auto remover missed. Don't worry about erasing too much because you can always go back and restore with the restore brush. So do this throughout your whole image so that you can clean up the edges and make it look nicer. Click next to save and then undo to go back to the original image. Then select effects and then blur to blur out the whole image. Go to stickers, then my stickers, and select cutouts to find the image that we had previously saved. Resize that over our blurred image and you will end up with a nice blurred background. You'll notice a border option which you can select to place an outline around your image. You can choose any color that you like. I tend to stick with white and I also bring the width down a little bit just to make it look nicer. And then you can always go in with the eraser and clean up your edges once again. I'm also going to go ahead and add a drop shadow just to give the image a little bit more depth. Finally, with the tools options, I'm going to go ahead and select flip and flip horizontal so that I can place my text towards the left. If instead of a blurred background you wanted a gradient, you could use an app called WeHeed and then just search for gradient backgrounds and scroll until you find one that you like. Once you've selected your background, just click on it and then click the square with the arrow pointing down to download it to your phone. The background will now be in your photo section. Go back into the Picsart drawing section, select your canvas, and this time import the background that we just saved and resize it so that it fits the canvas. You hit next and edit and save, go straight to stickers and cutouts to look for the image that we had saved when we were doing the blurred background, resize it and place it in the desired position. You'll want to repeat the steps to add the outlined shadow and flip it so that you're able to add your text to the left. I decided to add one more sticker, so I went in search of a white arrow because I wanted to emphasize the fact that this was a video about making thumbnails with your phone. Feel free to search for any stickers that will relate to your video, such as smiley emojis or the fire emojis, and just play around with the placement until you are happy with the way that it looks. Once your design is complete, save the image, download it to your phone, and then go into the Fonto app. Pull up the image we just saved so that you can load it onto Fonto. You're going to want to click somewhere on the image until you see the little flag that says add text. Type in the first word of your title and then click done. Then select the style option so that you can either change the font color, add a stroke, or a background. I decided to add a stroke in black. I also increased the width so that it looked a little bit thicker. And then you want to move it so that you can place it exactly where you want it to be on your thumbnail. Click the image again so that you can keep adding your title. Keep in mind that most people watch videos on their phone, so you want to make sure that your titles are large enough so that they can be read on mobile. Play around with the styles. You can mix and match. In this case, I decided to add a background to this one instead of a stroke, and I also decided to slightly tilt it with the tilt option so that it's not necessarily going in a straight line. As a rule of thumb, I like to keep my thumbnail wording down to either 3 or 4 words. I find that this is best when viewing on mobile. You can also play around with different fonts with the font option. I myself am using Oswald for this particular font, but Fonto has many different fonts loaded that you can play around with. Another suggestion that I would give you is to try to stay away from fancy fonts. Fancy fonts look really beautiful, but they're also very, very hard to read sometimes because they lose a lot of the detailing when the image is reduced in size, like when viewed on a mobile. I'm going to go ahead and add the finishing touches to this thumbnail. I just want to go ahead and put the word phone, and I want to place that inside of the actual phone. So I decided to add a background to this one as well, and then tilt it and bring it down in size so that it fits inside of the phone screen. Once you're satisfied with the placing of your titles, you're going to want to click on the square on the bottom right-hand corner with the arrow pointing up and save the image to your phone as a PNG. And with this, your thumbnail is done and ready to be used on your next video.
That is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it or took some value from it. Don't forget, you can always ask me questions down in the comment section with the hashtag Project Girl Boss, and I will go ahead and try my very best to get those questions answered for you, either in the comments or in the form of a video. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, so feel free to connect with me there as well. I will go ahead and see you on the next one. Bye!